Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where this time we're going to be doing a character review and analysis for Kit Fisto, one of the Jedi who was active during the time of the Republic during the prequel trilogy, a very prevalent character in the Clone Wars as well. Like many of the Jedi of that time, he served as a general during the Clone Wars. And Kit Fisto is, in a way, iconic and a very memorable character despite limited appearances and limited screen time. One of my earliest memories that really ingrained the character into my heart was the Gennady Tarkovsky Clone Wars animated series, where he has a whole episode devoted to him using his ability to breathe underwater. He has a specialized lightsaber that works underwater as well, which I always thought was so cool. And he just has badass action sequences, and he's doing all these things. Many people remember him as being the Jedi in that short comic relief moment in Attack of the Clones with C-3PO when he's on the battle droid body, where Kit Fisto kind of force pushes him and flashes the grin. And that smile kind of became very symbolic of his character as a whole. He is a very positive, very kind of joking, laid back character, which I think is a nice contrast to a lot of the Jedi of the time who were very dogmatic and overly serious and overthinkers. Where Kit Fisto just seemed to be out there having a good time. You know, he's one of the few Jedi that we get to see a lot of from that time period that doesn't seem to be overly bogged down with the politics and kind of losing sight of the Force. I think he does come across as very kind and compassionate and very strong willed when it comes to standing up for a cause or standing up for a people. There's some expanded universe content that covers how Obi-Wan felt Kit Fisto would be very susceptible to fall to the dark side because of his tendency to be so caring and so compassionate. That those intense feelings of passion could easily be turned to rage, but that never happened. Kit Fisto remained loyal to the Jedi and loyal to the Republic to the very end. He was one of a handful of Jedi selected by Mace Windu to accompany him to ensure that the Supreme Chancellor Palpatine would surrender his emergency powers, and it didn't go down like that. He was ultimately killed in that conflict with Palpatine, although notably he did last at least more than 5 seconds. Barely, but he did put up a decent fight, but he was simply overmatched. At least in the Clone Wars series, we did get to see him have a few triumphant moments. The Lair of Grievous episode, really great and kind of showcasing his ability to not be intimidated. Grievous really doesn't strike fear into him. Instead, he's cracking jokes and he's very calm, he's very collected. And I think that's one of his strengths as a Jedi and as a character. He doesn't get shaken very easily. He's very confident and he's very collected in those high pressure, high intensity moments. He tries to teach his former Padawan that and watches his former Padawan be struck down because of his over eagerness to attack and take down Grievous. Whereas Kit Fisto is able to play the situation a lot more wisely and is able to escape unharmed. We're going to give Kit Fisto an 8.1 out of 10. I think just a really solid Jedi and just a really fun character. In a universe that has a lot of dark moments, you love to see the little hints of humor and comic relief and characters that genuinely seem happy. With so much trial and turmoil and characters that go through such brutal, depressing arcs sometimes, Kit Fisto is a nice breath of fresh air when it comes to that. And like I said, he stands out from the other Jedi because of his compassion and his personality really shining through, despite being a very skilled, respectable member of the Jedi Order nonetheless. So yeah, 8.1 out of 10 for Kit Fisto. That's going to be it for this video. I appreciate you watching. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. That'll put a smile on Kit Fisto's face for sure. And as always, may the force be with you. Now let's blow up that like button and go home.